On tonight's episode of The Huntsman, we're back in Hungary with the guys at Wonderhart and our very own in Harford. Tonight, Tamas is challenging his good friend and guide Robbie to see who can stalk into a buck to put food on the table. Who will bring home the venison? Hungary is a beautiful country, rich with hunting tradition. The game here grows strong and healthy in the dense forests. Wide open plains with plenty of food sources. A trip across Europe to hunt with our friends at Wonderhart always creates a memorable adventure. In recent episodes of The Huntsman, we've seen Mr. Harford take 2 young bucks for the Coalbuckton dinner table. His trust is still a predator, making good shots and the game harvested as required. We've also seen Wonderhart head honcho Tamas take a buck for the table, despite his early miss. Tonight, Ian is pitting Tamas against his good friend and guide Robbie to see who can provide meat for the table. Both know this land, both have equal opportunity, but only one can bring home the venison.
Now we're coming to you today from Hungary with Wonderhart, Team World's official Hungarian hunting destination. This is Tamas Takacs. Now you'll recognise him from before because Tamas is one of Hungary's foremost outfitters, isn't that right, Tamas?
Yes, he's right.
But you won't recognise this man. This is Robbie, who's one of Hungary's finest hunters. Now we've got something a little bit special for you today because Tamas thinks he's a great hunter and we've already seen that he's pretty good at harvesting roebucks. However, we know that Robbie is a more prolific hunter, has got greater skills, and there's a little bit of friendly rivalry going on between these two guys. So today we're going to see who's best. We're pitting Tamas and his incredible guide against Robbie and his intuitive hunting skills. So we're going to head out now, see what we can see, and hopefully the pressure won't be too much for Tamas. And when we get back, we'll see who's crowned champion. So good luck, gentlemen. You're going to need it. Let's go.
Good luck.
Both guys head out on foot with only the rifle and the binos. It's a matter of minutes before Robbie spots a buck on the hillside. He heads in closer, but it moves into the cover. He heads around, but the buck doesn't re-emerge. Tamas is seeing plenty of game himself. There's bucks all over the place here. Tamas has spotted one buck moving across the dirt track a few hundred yards ahead and moves in closer with his guide. Across the other side of the field, Robbie spotted 2 more bucks grazing on the edge of the thick stuff. He heads quickly into cover. The bucks are only 100 or so yards away and just beyond this piece of cover. There's 3 of them and they're out grazing according to Robbie. As he gets his sights on them, they're spooked and they move on. Robbie emerges from the cover a little frustrated. Tamas keeps his eyes on the doe and the buck isn't far behind in the cover. And one small sound or unsteady movement could send it into the thick stuff. They've got to be careful. Tamas He uses a small tree as cover to glass the buck.
The buck is went into the thick cover, but the toes came out, so we're waiting. We hope that the buck will come back to the toe.
Tamas and his guide edge closer. However, as they make their way to the other side of the tree, both the buck and the doe have made a run for it. Tamas and his guide cut their losses and head off. But there's no shortage of bucks in this neck of the woods, and Robbie spotted another one just along the wood line. He uses the edge of the woods as cover, but is soon halted. The buck is barking, and that means one thing. Robbie, you've been spotted, mate.
No good.
Luckily though, that barking has spooked the early group of bucks out of cover, and they make a dash across the field for the other side. One of the group hangs back and stops running. As it pauses for a few seconds, Robbie gets it in his sights and takes aim. The shot is good and the buck drops on the spot. Robbie was pretty happy.
Perfect shoot. Wow.
He heads in to claim his buck. But when he finds it, he gets a nasty surprise.
No good.
The one antler of the Roebuck has been knocked clean off in the process, and Robbie doesn't look too happy. He collects his buck and heads back to the truck. He may not have a trophy for this hunt, but at least he's provided food for the table and no meat damage. The sun is about to set and the light is fading fast. Tamas has one more chance to find his buck before it's time to call it a day. He glasses a large field with his guide, but soon enough the sun has set and it's time to head back to base.
So there we have it, a very exciting evening's hunting, and you could feel the pressure from the outset. Now, to start with, Robbie certainly had the best of it. Not only did he see more animals, but I think he was a little bit more successful at getting close to them. However, I think you were slightly more unlucky. I think they could hear you coming, they could see you coming, and they could certainly smell you coming. So I think Robbie had the rub of the green. Now, as you saw, he took a phenomenal shot. I have to admit, it was a great shot on a lame, kind of wounded animal, so it was one that did need taking out. However, the shot was a little bit too good, and ended up he created his own, very own unicorn Roebuck. So Robbie, you did win, and congratulations.
Thank you.
I'd like to present
Thank you
you
much.
with your trophy for the evening. Thomas, bad luck, brother. Maybe next time.
Tomorrow.
Maybe he needs to sort out his personal hygiene. I think you smell good. Anyway, palinka, boys.
Yeah, palinka time. Good.
Another successful hunt with Wonderhart, and the least amount of meat damage we've witnessed for a very long time. Robbie got his buck on the ground and provided food for the table, but we've a feeling he won't be living down this shot for quite a while. With the hunting finished, Ian, Tamas and Robbie leave the truck outside and head into the big house for a nice meal and of course a palinka. As is tradition in Hungary, the hunters celebrate the fallen game with a toast, and the meal provided comes from the game harvested in the local area. Every animal that falls in this part of the world goes immediately back into the food chain. Hunting is a part of life, a necessity to live in the countryside of Hungary. It's all part of a great circle of life. To book your Hungarian trip of a lifetime with Wonderhart, visit wonderhart.co.uk. To find out more about the amazing Isuzu D-Max Huntsman, visit isuzooutdoorlife.co.uk.